Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. David here, back with another cryptocurrency update. Today's video is gonna be about this Cyber Monday sale that's going on. Not only the sale that's happening in the cryptocurrency space, but the actual Cyber Monday sale that is going to be happening. Well, I'm pretty sure that it's already happening for a lot of companies. Anybody that has participated in Black Friday or Thursday most likely is offering some kind of deal for Black Friday, for Cyber Monday. Just like Nano. Because if you guys don't have your Ledger Nano S, every one of the YouTubers that I watch is showing me the matte black Nano for 50 bucks, which sounds like half off. So everything that anybody is participating in right now is literally on sale. And you ask yourself, how is it possible that the entire cryptocurrency market goes down simultaneously the same time of the year that this Black Friday, Thursday, Monday cyber is happening? It's kind of weird if you think about it. I've got a couple of guesses. Number one is that people like me and you who are maybe tight on money a little bit and want to buy something a little nicer for themselves or for their wife or their kids, and they see this kind of stagnated mentality in the crypto market right now, and what they're doing is they're selling a little bit of crypto and buying a little bit of this tangible retail good that's going to end up devaluing to nothing once they break it or it gets used or whatever. But it's still a nice thought, okay? Just like as we roll into the holidays right now, okay? We're getting into a point where people want to start buying gifts. It seems like every time of the year that people are making predictions, you know, we're getting into a time in the year where the holidays are coming, like I was saying, and everybody's prediction time frames are coming to what we would call an end, because everybody has end of year predictions, okay? And I'll tell you what my end of year prediction was for XRP, and it was $6.13. Now, I feel like in the space of people making predictions, it's a fairly modest prediction. I've obviously, like you guys have heard, predictions of 589 all the way down. Okay, there's people that, like my roommate, who claim XRP is going to be worth nothing. So we've got people claiming the bottom is coming all the way, and we've got people saying that we're going to shoot to the moon. So one suggestion that I can make right now, as we sit in this place where the markets are seriously falling, and they have been in a serious fall for the last 11 months, almost 12 months. Okay, it's been 1 year almost that the crypto market has been in its downturn, you know. Now, I've ridden through that entire wave. There was never a time really when I was like, okay, it's time to sell or got to get out or whatever. It's like, guess what? All of us that are watching this video, I would assume, have some kind of a job. Or if you live at home with your parents, you have the ability to not have to spend a lot of money, okay? Or if you rent out rooms at your house and you've got a little bit coming in, these are the ways that we're stacking our XRP as we're working for it, okay? And the interesting thing is as we're working for this XRP and we want to start buying these gifts, maybe we're going to sell a little bit, maybe we'll buy some retail goods, but that money ultimately is going to come back in, because once we earn that money back, we're still believers in the technology. And maybe we just don't have the outlet to actually buy the actual good that we want during this holiday season with our crypto yet. Maybe it's just not fluid enough or not there enough for you to get it or for you to do it. And so I find that to be very interesting, that the crypto market, like I said, is going down at the same time as Cyber Monday. It's almost like we have an opportunity to participate in Cyber Monday as cryptocurrency investors, long-term investors, even short-term investors, because if you're an investor, you believe the price is going up, okay? You're not going to be putting your money in right now if you have some kind of thought that it's going to be going down. in the next short little while. Or if you know, everybody tries to call the bottom. Even though I've heard a lot of traditional investors say that the way that we investors do it in America is that we tend to sell at the bottom and buy at the top, which is something that I think we should try to steer away from this year. This holiday season, take advantage of these. We used to get so excited. People in all of their videos, everybody, Tony from Thinking Crypto, Alex Cobb, everybody, they're always saying buy the dips. But right now it seems like there's like an extra little bit of fear in the market. Like there's that extra layer of, I don't know really what's going on. Even though you look back to September 18th, Bitcoin is trading around 6,500 and XRP is trading around 23 cents, and they flop spaces, okay? XRP goes up to 78 cents. I wish I was on CoinMarketCap at the time that XRP had shot up that 300%, just to see the gap that it closed in its Bitcoin dominance range. I have a feeling like the next time this happens, and if we can do some sort of call to action right now where we get everybody in this crypto space to literally just bombard the Twitter space, Brad Garlinghouse, the IMF, SBI, Fidelity, you literally bombard every one of them, anybody who has any thought of a partnership with Ripple and XRP, and let them know this is our chance. We're only probably, what, 500% gain away from taking over Bitcoin, maybe 600%. We did a 300% gain in minutes, in a few hours, okay? Which means if right now we can capitalize on this down market and find some way to spark some bit of news that's gonna like just firecracker this thing out into outer space, or at least start to get some adoption going, or get the people that make those decisions to start making those decisions. A lot of people like to push off making decisions during times of uncertainty. A lot of companies that have conferences coming up, or an ICO that's going to be released, or an update to their white paper, or whatever. If it's coming in the middle of a down thrust, people pump the brakes, okay? This coordinated effort between Bakkt and Fidelity and all of these companies that are now pushing back their deadlines to post 2018, okay? They are now waiting. The question is were they going to wait no matter what, or are they waiting now knowing that the market is going down? My theory is that they knew they were going to do this. All of them knew that they were going to put out statements stating one thing, even though in the back of their mind, they had a plan of action to do something else, which they almost knew could possibly cause some cataclysmic downturn or assist in a downtrend. You never know. Bakkt and Fidelity and TD Ameritrade and SBI, even though SBI is a big partner of Ripple, who knows? They could all be working together. They could not be working together, but communicating on the levels that we're not on. We're not in those email exchanges. We're not in those private chat rooms. We don't really have the grassroots ground idea of what's going on. That's happening behind the doors, okay? And once we get a grasp of the fact that we're not going to be able to call the top or call the bottom, there's not going to be a time when you pump your money in and it just instantaneously shoots up. And if it does, it was an accident. Congratulations. That doesn't make you a good investor. That doesn't make XRP a good investment. That doesn't make Bitcoin a good investment. It never made any stock a good investment if you invested in it like Qualcomm, a stock back in the day. It went up and up and up and up, hundreds, thousands of dollars, and then it split, okay? You guys understand what a split is in the stock market? It's when the stock gets to such a valuation that they want to add more stocks to the market. So they chop the price in third or fourth or fifth or sixth and give you additional shares, and they put additional shares onto the market. That's not going to happen. We're not in that market. We're not in this ultimate manipulatable market once it really gets moving. Like I've said before, once we get this technology into the hands of the people, now in the hands of the people is going to mean something different to each person. Everybody's going to have a different idea of what in the hands is. In the hands could mean into the people in the middle of Africa that don't have access to bank accounts. And I don't know what's happening in the middle of Africa. I'm not saying anything about Africa specifically. I'm saying no matter where you are, if you don't have access to technology, if you're in a third world country, if you're in India, in the outskirts, if you don't have full-scale banking systems in your city, these are going to be the things that I've told you before are going to take XRP out of the hands of the powers that be that are possibly slamming this market down right now. We got to really be careful, because if you're a short-term investor and you think you've called the bottom, we might not even be near the bottom. But the benefit to myself and to, I always like to name drop, Digital Asset Investor and you know, DM Logic and CKJ Crypto and, you know, Tony, everybody, they're not selling. You know, Tony says to you a lot on his videos, Thinking Crypto. He says, you know, he has an exit strategy set in place, a plan for when XRP gets to a certain number. Now, he's made astronomical end-of-year predictions too. Now, he's probably had catalysts that were attached to those predictions, things that had to be in the right place for everything to line up. Maybe they're lining up, maybe they're not. So we might be in no prediction territory, or might be into 100% territory, or whatever. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know who is going to invite the adoption in, and we don't know who is going to just like spike their volume and just increase the market's liquidity and access and utility just instantaneously. Which, with all these partners and everything that Brad Garlinghouse is talking about, it could happen at any moment, okay? If Bitcoin was to get onto the Lightning Network, boom, that could just, you know, any one of these things could be a catalyst to the next bull run. Now, maybe there will be never a bull run again, and all of us are just making videos and doing research and just doing all this to waste our time. And all of these big companies are doing all of this team building and company building and project building and white paper building for nothing. All of these huge industry leaders from Google and Apple and the stock exchange and Facebook have left their prominent jobs at these places to work in the cryptocurrency space, which might just go poof. But you never know. So my suggestion again, as always, is always do your research, because you're not going to be in front of it or behind it. You're only going to be right there with it. You know, you can be subscribed to Crypto Eddie from Japan, and she'll be giving you information that you might not get here in the States. So that's a good project for you, is to start looking for information that might be out of your grasp. You know, start to read things that might contradict what you think, almost to give you that the devil's advocate argument, you know. Anyway, wow, this is a really long video, 12 minutes and 52 seconds. Anyway, holy goodness. Thank you guys so much. If you made it to this point in the video, if you have subscribed to my channel, if you have commented any of my videos, if you have shared my videos especially, I seriously want to thank you guys. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving, and I hope that every day from this point forward is really thought of as a journey, as an adventure, as a learning experience, because that's all it is. That's all we have. All we have is our pride and our love for our family and our friends, and the education that we want to share and receive with others and from others. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next episode.